Hello and welcome to Ask the Therapist at Psych Central. My name is Dr. Marie Hartwell-Walker and this is Dr. Dan Tomasulo. And today what we would like to start talking about is failure and the, I guess, seed of success that is born of failure, yes?
True enough,
Okay.
true enough. What's interesting, in the last several years, I've spent more and more of my time learning about positive psychology. And one of the things that's happened has been I've actually had to learn more and more about failure and how essential it is to growth. There's two ways to really view failure, and you can have a fixed mindset or what's called a growth mindset. In a fixed mindset, what happens is when you fail, you believe you have a certain number of skills, a certain number of a certain amount of energy, and that if that gets thwarted or it doesn't happen, you can't really grow past there. And so when people get sort of walloped with a failure, they believe,
It's the end.
It's the end. They're
Yeah.
pessimistic.
Yeah.
It doesn't work out, But there is a growth mindset. Some people have it naturally, but we also know that it's trainable. That in a growth mindset, you see failure as part of life. And Muhammad Ali had this fantastic quote. He says, "There's no shame in getting knocked down. The shame is in not getting back up." And the idea that something has to happen through failure that activates our resilience and our grit, our perseverance for goals. And one of the things that happens is that many kids today are not given an opportunity to fail.
Yeah.
A lot of times I address parent groups, and I said, if you want to give your kids a great gift towards success, teach them how to fail. And people kind of cringe when they, because everybody's so
we want to protect
success-driven.
our children from the pain of failure.
Absolutely.
But in a way that protects people from growing.
Well, there's a real truth to that, because what happens is if kids go through and don't know about failure, when they hit their first one, they don't know what to do.
And it's too big.
And it's too big and it's overwhelming.
If your first failure is you fell down in the sandbox and then
Right.
you learn you know how to get up,
Yeah,
that's
right.
very different than your first failure
Right.
being striking out in an important game.
Yes, right,
Yeah.
right. Or failing your first course in college,
Right.
So this idea is to not quite inoculate people to failure, because I don't know that that's really even possible, but to understand that as a parent, if you're in that kind of a role, one of the things you can do is help them learn. All right.
What did you learn from it?
What did you learn from
Right.
it? What are your options now? What do you want to do about
didn't
this?
die.
Yeah, that's right.
It's going to be okay.
And that it doesn't have to get fixed right away.
Mm-hmm.
That sometimes this failure can be the seeds of success, where you learn about retooling yourself so that you can evolve.